What's up? What's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on the Duster, trying to get this thing closer to racing. Let's go. Alright, so we've been taking long breaks on this thing. I'm trying to get it ready for this racing season. Couple of things we still got to do. We still got to do like fuel system, all that stuff. I haven't bought all that stuff. I haven't bought ejectors. Whole bunch of other stuff has been taking priority, but I'm trying to get real serious on it. So today we're gonna probably try to stab the distributor. I've never done it. It's a dual sync before. Never put one in. I think it's like 50 degrees before top dead center on digital falling. So we'll attempt to do that. We got some wiring stuff we got to do. Car's a mess. I mean, we know it just sits outside. So this is current wiring going on up here. This is I mean, we just got I don't know if y'all remember, but I did cut all the wiring out of this car. I started wiring it back up, but we got, you know, cords got to be ran. All this stuff's got to be essentially cut and ran to where it needs to be. That old broken thing I did buy. A couple of distribution blocks. Got like 4 or 5 of these. So plan is I'm gonna replace that with this nice covered one, and then for like the headlights and taillights and blinkers, so I'll have one of these in the front, one of these in the back. That'll take care of that. And then yeah, this just got to plug up to the MSD box. I need to find a better mounting solution for the Terminator. Either that or just run brackets, because it's like bolted like as tight as that's going to go, but it's still, I don't want that flopping around. And then we could probably go ahead and see if we got time today. We'll do our sensors. We get our coolant sensor, and then our oil pressure sensor back there. So carburetor, or not carburetor, throttle body linkage. Stepping on hoses. Yeah, it's just a ton of work to do. A lot of wiring. I did order a Seals It firewall grommet. Essentially put the wire harness coming out right through here. Seems like a good spot for it, and then it should be able to reach everything. So let's get it. Alright guys, first thing I'm doing, if you notice my balancer here, it doesn't have timing marks on it. So the guy that built it before me just used a yellow paint marker, put that on 0, and then a big block Mopar up there on the timing tab has got the degrees on it. So, you know, for me that's not going to work, because to stab that distributor I need to be 50 degrees before top dead center. So our solution is timing tape. So essentially MSD sells these. So you just have to find your correct size. Mine is a 7 1/4. So we'll take the 7 1/4, we'll take the 0 and put it right on that line. Now the motor spins this way, so we know that the big numbers need to come over here, because that's what we need before top dead center, and then 0, and then after top dead center up there. So what I did is just kind of cleaned it up to like a 400 grit sandpaper. I got all the over rust off of it, soap and water, and you know, just a regular rag, and wiped it down. So hopefully that'll stick. Should be good. Alright guys, so we got her stuck on. So it kind of looks like the 0 isn't exact, but there's an actual mark on the balancer. So don't go off the paint marker. There's actually a mark on the balancer, and that's what the 0 is lined up with, because all they did was highlight the mark with this yellow paint. So that's looking good. It might be off by 1 degree, which is, you know, not bad. But so let's get the motor spun over to 50 degrees before top dead center. Alright guys, so in previous videos I've said that this is the fast dual sync. So basically what a dual sync does is it acts as a cam position sensor and a crank position sensor all in a distributor. So we got these 4 wires. So on the fast, you'll notice it's got 0 degree reference angle, which is really a 1 and a 50 degree. So we'll pull off the cap and push this over to a 50 degree. And just like that, around 50. Alright, so with your balancer at 50, here we just stab the distributor in with the rotor pointing towards number 1, and then it's set. Now, you're supposed to go and plug this up, and then this is grounded to the thing, and then you would rotate the base to set your cam and crank sensors. However, we don't have wire to the car because we're still in the kind of rewiring it. So we'll just kind of breeze past that step until it gets time closer to fire. Let's go ahead and lock this distributor on down. Now, I was testing around with the fuel regulator right there. It's not going to stay there. It's going to the back in essentially the same manner, but we'll just kind of lock the distributor down for the time being, basically keeping dirt and debris out of here. And then, I'm not very smart. Alright, we'll pull the distributor out, put the wires the right way, and then we'll figure it out. Alright, so we got our balancer on, we got our cap and rotor on. Distributor in, obviously not hooked up, so we gotta take the cap back off and do cam sync and crank sync whenever it's plugged back up. I do want to try something with the throttle body right quick. Well, gents, that's exactly how I thought. So this ain't gonna fit. I mean, I guess we could notch that out and make it fit. Is it worth it? I don't know. Or do we just buy like a cheap bracket to put on here? Because eventually it's going to be an elbow with like a single blade. But I don't know how it's going to be right now. And I don't know what to do. I mean, it's just aluminum. We can kind of mark it and notch it. Yeah, I guess we're gonna do that. I sold my last one of these throttle linkages whenever I got rid of the carburetor and everything. So this is a brand new one. So whatever, they're like 20-30 bucks. So hold the camera with this hand, and as you see, if we just get it to line up, it doesn't allow it to come all the way back. So we're just going to see right where it is. We'll notch right there, and right there, and we'll probably go back to here. I don't know if you can see it, but we'll notch essentially all this right here. We'll notch all that out. Yay, grinding, my favorite part. Alright, so it's all trimmed out. Ain't the best job I've ever done, but she works. The main part is the throttle closes and it returns back. Not a tech guy, but I'm pretty sure when I go through tech, that's one of the things I'll look at least the trucks I've been to in the past. Now, some of y'all might remember I had an air cleaner, but it wouldn't fit because of the bracket. Got a trick. But first, before we get to the air cleaner, all you big block Mopar guys, you know my pain, right? So there's 2 oil taps in a big block. Might even be, I don't know. I know big blocks, right? So there's an oil tap here, and then there's one on the other side. The other side typically has got a plug in it, and this is where you find your oil pressure sensor. Hopefully you can see the line's kind of dirty right there. So the brass on the right side, and then just a square plug on the other side. Now, if you've been victimized like I have by these brass things, yeah, you know my pain. So we're gonna do away with this. No more mechanical oil pressure gauge. We're going to electrical. All right, so finally got this little brass plug out. I hate these things. So I go to tighten it back up, right? I go to put this, obviously goes in the block, no big deal. I go to put the line back up, and you ever tighten something and then all of a sudden it starts getting looser, but it was never even tight, and you're just like, oh my god. Yep, that's my relationship with these things. I always have to buy a new installation kit like once every 3 or 4 months. Like, I develop like a slow leak, and then I'll just give it like a itty bitty little turn, just tighten it up, and then boom, it's loose. So here I got another low dollar motorsports 100 psi plug. Thank goodness for Brandon Dollar. Literally, like, every sensor on my car is from Low Dollar Motorsports. Alright, so we're gonna put the air cleaner on, and I don't know if you guys remember, the air cleaner hits like everything, right? Like, a lot. It needs to be way higher. This bracket doesn't help right here, but I'm gonna eventually move it down there and put the throttle cable right here. However, I want to put it there to simulate the throttle cable for this portion. So that doesn't fit, right? I didn't even know they made these. These are the Spectre air cleaner riser kit. So basically, it's I think the first one's an 1/8, then 1/4, then 1 inch. I'm just gonna go for the trifecta, and I'm gonna put all of them on there. I don't know, we might get some velocity out of it. Does it work? Is it gonna work? Oh Jesus, it's not working. No. Oh no. Here, let me try this off camera. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. Guys, I kid you not, that was the perfect size. So I think it's 1.5 inches. Here, let's look. It says this on the package, how much it raised it. 1 3/4, right? So that's a different combination. And then 1 3/4, if it is focus, is all of it. So all of it's on there. Let's check throttle. Oh my god. That right there is such a relief for me. You don't even know. Oh my Jesus. It looks so good. The intake. I have my regrets. While the motor was out, we probably should have cleaned up the engine bay. We probably should have painted the block. You know, spent $100 on valve covers, right? But I just want this car running. I can't express it. Like, when I'm driving this car, I feel so different. So, man, I'm super excited. So, fuel system, right? It's going to be an 8AN. And come up here in this side, and it's going to loop. Fuel pressure regulator is going to be in the back. It's basically going to come off that fuel rail, fuel pressure regulator, deadhead, down to a 6AN return, and all the way back. If you watched last video, we are buying a new fuel cell. I'm not dealing with that one. We'll buy an aluminum one once we get it running. Guys, once we get it running, ooh, your boy here, I'm gonna be super happy. Then we'll at least get the body close enough to get in primer to where we can still work on body stuff. I don't want it perfect, I just want to get in primer to where it looks somewhat presentable. And then then we'll start doing other stuff. Really want to get a set of heads for it. That's the biggest thing. Right now it's got I think these are 906s. They're milled down, so it's got this stupid spacer in between the intake and the head. I don't know if you can see down in there, but so they've been milled quite a bit. They've been home ported, but I really want a set of easy heads, ND cylinder head, easy one heads, so to keep the same exhaust pattern, and then then I'm happy with it for now. Later when we turbo and stuff, we got to put a set of rods in it, got the rings, and then the motor will be done. Done. Only upgrade to the transmission. Eventually we're going to get the Cope Racing billet valve body for the trans brake. And then I don't know if y'all know, but I got the spool for the Dana. Right now it's just got what do they call them, Dana? A wave track or something. It's got the posi, right? It's got a 14 gear. Yeah, guys, damn, I'm super excited. I guess next step is once we do the fuel system, we got to put the O2 in the headers. Now, my plan. Oh, let me get down here. Now, if you can see this cross member here. So essentially, I want to notch this cross member, right? That's why this header is built to come down. So if you do anything with this header, to put an exhaust on it, you're going to see, 3.5 inches right here. So I want to notch this, basically pie cut the header, bring it up to where it's level with the floor almost, and then run exhaust down through here. And then, you'll be able to see the muffler right here because, it's a Mopar. But anyway, so I think that's going to be our next step. Once we get the fuel system ran, we're going to have to do this before we even crank it up, because I got to put the O2 in here, and if I'm already welding in here, I might as well do it the way I want. So we got that going for us. Let's see. I think that's about it. I should probably cut off that piece of electrical tape. Besides that, the brand new trans is looking good. We got our transmission coolant lines. Oh, I thought I was gonna get to wire some stuff today, but I'm not. I don't think I'm going to. One thing I do want to do right quick is, ooh, look at that. Ooh. Oh, it's like 50-some degrees, so look at all this rust in here. Let's do something about that right quick. Alright, so here we got just a regular turkey baster that you would pick up anywhere. The plan is going to be to just suck it up. Look at that. That's disgusting. This is for the front brakes. Big ports for the front brakes, small ports for the back brakes. Yo, that is just disgusting. This master cylinder is probably bad, but we gotta get all this out of here anyway. How? If somebody knows how this does this, explain it to me down in the comments, please, because I legitimately want to know. Y'all see that? Anybody else see that? Alright, so that's the end result. I should probably just go ahead and buy a new master cylinder. I'm thinking they're not bad. I can go ahead and upgrade to the newer style, one with separate caps. with 2-bolt design. I think it's like $100 for the billet bracket, and then like a Dakota master cylinder. So that's gonna be our stopping point for the day. So we didn't get to wiring on it, but hey, what can you do? Hopefully weather holds out good, and we'll get some more done on it as soon as we can. But it's coming together slowly. So thank you guys. If you're here, that means you obviously liked the video. Give it a thumbs up, slap that subscribe button, and hopefully next, I'm gonna say 2 months, 3 months, should be at the track. All we really have to have is a deck lid, wire that up, exhaust, fuel cell, fuel lines, fittings, and injectors, and then it's done. Oh, I need to buy a belt. I have everything else, so get it registered. Maybe registered in 3, 4, or 5 years. Been sitting for about 4 years. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace.